We're going to use this if we, well, in the next example, when we are calculating grams and moles, we're going to use molar mass. Okay, so here we have the moles of aluminum. We are looking for grams of aluminum. So we need our conversion factor. So if we look on the periodic table, 1 mole of aluminum is 26.98 grams. So we're going to set this up as a proportion. So 1 mole over 26.98 grams. Now because we're given moles, our 3 moles is going to go on the top, so make sure that your units match up. And then we're going to put X on the bottom because we are looking for grams of aluminum. So we're going to cross multiply, so 1 times X equals 26.98 times 3. And we solve that, we get 80.94 grams of aluminum are in 3 moles of aluminum. Let's look at our next example. How many moles are in 297 grams of lithium hexafluorosilicate? Alright, so we're given 297 grams of lithium hexafluorosilicate. We want to know how many moles there are. So first of all, we're going to have to find the formula for lithium hexafluorosilicate, and then we're going to have to find its molar mass. So the conversion factor here is, once you get the formula of lithium hexafluorosilicate, you can calculate its mass to be 155.972 grams per mole. Okay, so that's taking 2 lithium, 1 silicon, and 6 fluorines, and adding up those masses. So we set this up as a proportion. Because we're looking for moles, we're going to have X on the top, and we're going to put our 297 grams on the bottom. So when we cross multiply, we say 1 times 297 equals 155.972 times X, and we'll solve for X. And you get 1.9 moles of lithium hexafluorosilicate are in 297 grams of lithium hexafluorosilicate. Our next example, how many atoms of sodium are in 45 grams of sodium? Alright, so here we have 45 grams of sodium. We're looking for atoms. So our conversion factors, we need 2 this time. We know that 1 mole of sodium is 22.99 grams, and we know that 1 mole is 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd atoms. So if you notice that both of these are equal to 1 mole, then you can say, whoops, where is it? Sorry about that. You can say that 22.99 grams of sodium are equal to 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd. So that becomes your fraction. We're looking for 45 grams of sodium. Solve for X by cross multiplying. And you get 1.20 times 10 to the 24 atoms of sodium. Alright, let's check out another example. What is the mass of 8.97 times 10 to the 16 formula units of strontium sulfide? Okay, so we need our underlining, which is our 8.97 times 10 to the 16 formula units. We need to know what we're looking for, which is mass. And remember, mass is in grams. So our conversion factors, 1 mole of strontium sulfide, we got to have our formula here, is equal to 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd atoms, and 1 mole of strontium sulfide is equal to its molar mass. So this is the mass of strontium plus sulfur. So we set up our fraction. Alright, remember, if they're both equal to 1 mole, then they're equal to each other. We're looking for X, which is grams, because we put grams on the top here. That's where our X goes. So now we're doing cross multiplying. So 119.69 times 8.97 times 10 to the 16 formula units is equal to 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd formula units times X, and then we solve for X. So you get an answer of 1.78 times 10 to the minus 5 grams of strontium sulfide. Alright, now let me show you real quick how to do that cross multiplying. Alright, so we had 119.69 grams over 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd formula units. X was what we were trying to find, and we had 8.97 times 10 to the 16. Was that right? Yeah, 10 to the 16 formula units. Okay, so we are going to cross multiply here. Okay, so when you cross multiply, you say this equals this times this. Okay, so 119.69, and we'll take out the units so you can see. 8.97 times 10 to the 16 equals 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd times x. So then if we want to solve for x, of course we divide both sides by 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd. Of course those cancel and you get your answer. Okay, now when you put this in your calculator, you got to be real careful how you put it in there. Okay, because when you're doing this times 16 or times 10 to the 23rd, you want to use that exponent key. So when you put this into your calculator, say 119.69 times 8.97, now use the EE key and just put in the exponent. So this is what you should see in your calculator. And then you can divide that by 6.02, again, E 23. And so your answer, it'll show you one of two ways. I don't remember the answer. 1.78 times 10 to the minus 5 grams. So when you look at that in your calculator, sorry, I just forgot it. 1.78 times 10 to the minus 5. All right, so what you will probably see in your calculator is 1.78 E minus 5, or you might see 0.000178. Okay, those are the same number. This is how I prefer you put it if you've got all these zeros. All right, so we'll do lots of practice on this in class.